Olu Fashanu, number 11 to the New York Jets. I think this one, I, I, I want to say we both have talked about, like, if they didn't go pass catcher, I'm a little surprised they passed on Brock Bowers. If they didn't go pass catcher, they would probably go O line. I don't know if I ever mocked Olu here.
No, I'm shocked. And I want to say before we even get into it, like what really is it is truly very confusing to me. And let me be clear, because I had Olu's a top 15 talent in the draft. I love Olu. But the problem is you have 1 or 2 years left of Aaron Rodgers, and you signed tackles for this 1 or 2 year window. I know again 1 year deal, but I'm gonna say look, if we're looking at it just looking straightforward. I'm gonna. I think it's kind of wishful thinking to think Aaron Rodgers has 2 years left in him. It probably is this last year, right? Like that's probably realistically how I look at it. Why, me personally, Why would you not maximize that window with a guy like Brock Bowers? But I get it. I do get it. It's the long term approach. It's a potentially safer approach. When because I always love trenches first. You know me. That's always how I'm going to feel. It's never going to change. But for a team like the Jets that really does have a minuscule window at this point, I just don't know if I like a more of a kind of what do I call it, a crock pot pick, which is kind of what a Olu is at this point.
I mean, here's my thing, Dobbs. I like the pick. I struggle with his run blocking, and I know they want to run the ball with Brees Hall. I do think they would have benefited more from a five position guy like a Graham Barton, Troy Fautanu type of guy because of the fact of like we know their O line loves taking turns getting hurt. Like they just love like, oh, you're hurt? Okay, now my turn. Like they love doing that. So it's like take a guy who like to me, Olu is only a left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like he's only a left
No,
tackle.
absolutely.
And while I do think, okay, so like I will give them credit because it seems like the Jets have made a lot of Will McDonald when they really didn't need D line. Like I think he's a good player, but I think they could have used somebody else. I will give this credit
Yeah,
to
in
the
the immediate, we're not in the immediate, not too hot on that pick.
no, and I will say this: I wonder if ownership stepped in and was like, okay, we need a pick for the future because we have already mortgaged this very short term window. Like, even if this fails and you guys are gone, I need to know that I have a tackle in place. And Olu can really be that guy. So, overall, I do like the pick for the Jets, and I think it was good for the long term success of the team. I don't necessarily know how much this helps them in trying to win a Super Bowl in the next 1 to 2 years.
I agree with that completely, though. I think that's the perfect analysis. And how about this? Cherry on top. The fact that Olu's not a great run blocker yet, at least now you get a full season, very likely to sit behind and just learn and develop into this offense. So from that perspective, it was a great pick.